JBNN keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones, and in the news, 6 Jamaican lawmakers under probe for alleged illicit enrichment. The Integrity Commission is reporting that 6 parliamentarians are being investigated for illicit enrichment. At the same time, the Commission is reporting that 7 lawmakers are now being probed for providing false information to the anti-corruption body. The alleged breaches have been set out in the Integrity Commission's annual report, which was tabled in Parliament Tuesday afternoon. The Commission also reported that 77 of the 84 parliamentarians who were required to file a statutory declaration submitted information on their assets, income, and liabilities on or before March 31, 2023. Following the deadline date, 4 parliamentarians submitted their statutory declarations and the 3 remain outstanding. Of the 3 that remain outstanding, 2 are from the lower house and 1 from the Senate. Escapee recaptured in St. Catherine. A man who escaped the Ocho lockup in St. Anne in August 2022 was recaptured in Christian Gardens, Gregory Park, St. Catherine on Tuesday. He is 33-year-old Jermaine Rogers of Mile End, Ocho. He was previously charged with illegal possession of firearm. Rogers was among 4 men who escaped custody in Ocho on August 5, 2022. He was returned to custody and is awaiting his court date. Killer in Low Garwood murder case reportedly paid $170,000. Leon Hines, co-accused in the murder of Andrew Low Garwood, was the first witness to take the stand in the Trelawney Circuit Court on Tuesday in the trial of Javon Garwood, the stepson of the victim. Hines, who was sentenced for his involvement in the crime, is not the Crown's witness after agreeing to provide evidence against both his co-accused. Hines told the court that the man who pulled the trigger, Dwight Bingham, told him he was paid $170,000 to do a job. Hines was the getaway driver in the murder and is serving a 6-year sentence after pleading guilty for his part in the crime. Bingham has also pleaded guilty and is awaiting sentencing for murder. Hines told the Trelawney Circuit Court this afternoon the series of activities leading up to the murder of Low Garwood in the Escapee Christian Fellowship Church on January 31, 2021. Hines said on January 26, he got a WhatsApp message from Bingham saying that he got $170,000 to do a job. I thought it was to do some construction work because me know that he was into construction work, he told the court. I rented a car on the 29th of January, 2021. I was approached by Prince to transport him to Falmouth on Sunday. At that time, I did not know for what reason. He further told the court. He said when he arrived at the church, he parked in a lane beside the building. Mr. Prince exited the car with a black pouch and a gun 9 ways. Shortly after, I heard 5 explosions and Prince walked out of the church and instructed me for Bun Road. Shortly after, I realized his phone was missing. He did not take on my offer to go back and look for the phone, Hines related. On the journey back to roadsides in Montego Bay, Bingham reportedly tried to make several calls using Hines' phone. At one point, him said the one Janai not answering his phone. When asked to look around the courtroom to see if he could recognize Janai, he pointed out Javon Garwood, who was sitting in the dock. The trial will resume tomorrow. Man pleads guilty to murder of Nikita Noel, the 42-year-old construction worker who was charged with a gruesome sexual assault and the murder of 9-year-old Nikita Noel 5 months ago, is returned to the Hanover Circuit Court on July 31 for a sentencing hearing. The date was set when Omar Green made an appearance in court where he pleaded guilty to the 2 counts of rape and murder on Tuesday. The court was also given a gruesome and graphic description of the sequence of what took place, the evidence found, documented, and the results from the lab and the post-mortem examination. The post-mortem report indicated that the child died of manual strangulation, while the DNA profile from the exhibits provided, including semen to the Institute of Forensic Science and Legal Medicine, are strongly linked to Green as a contributor or in some cases cannot be excluded. Nikita, a former Esher primary school student whose family members fondly called Joanna, was killed on the afternoon of February 1, 2023. Earlier that morning, the accused and the child's mother allegedly had a domestic dispute. Reports are that the 9-year-old traveled from school with her usual taxi driver before she and other passengers exited the cab at the usual spot, the foot of a dirt road leading up a hill that leads to where her family lives. The child's mother raised an alarm after she did not return home as scheduled and could not be found. Community members and the police launched a search and her body was found a few feet from the entrance to her home. Counsel's wife irked by nasty comments after his shaky speech, hurt by the throng of disparaging and vile comments directed at her husband since his forgettable speech at her graduation last week. The wife of Counsel Steve Graham said she would not be unhappy if he decides to walk away from representational politics. "If I have a choice, I would take my husband out of politics," Rosemary Graham said yesterday. $5 million not worth it, she said in response to the annual salary now earned by councillors. "Something that I see my husband go through, it just don't worth it," she insisted. Graham, counsel for the Old Harbour Central Division in the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation, has been the butt of the jokes after stumbling repeatedly as he delivered greetings at a school leaving exercise for a primary school in his division. However, Councillor Graham's wife said he has demonstrated his capacity to lead and represent his people time and time again, and it is unfortunate that he is being so harshly judged by the public. She said that the unpleasant comments have been taking a toll on her husband. "Right now, my husband has lost weight. He feels stressed out. Persons are ungrateful, and the other side is using this incident to judge him. He can't even roll up his windows while driving through the community because it is claimed he is hiding," the distraught spouse said. Rosemead, who was at the event, admitted that her husband was off the mark. She, however, said that he did not have enough time to review the text that he was asked to deliver. He was given a 2-page speech to read, and he's not a public speaker. He has made speeches elsewhere and has distinguished himself. This is the one time he faltered, and people are ready to crucify him, Rosemead said. Rosemead, an educator, said that her husband was nervous, and this played a role in his delivery. "I am saying, if I had got it to read, I would be nervous too. This should not be a defining moment for him because he's a quality representative of the people. However, I must say when I looked at the video, I think he could do better," she stated.
Old Harbour School Leaving Ceremony 2023 message from the chairman. Principal, Mr. Good, guest speaker, Dr. Kasim Chub, representative from the Ministry of Education, Youth and distinguished guests. Graduates, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I, Steve Graham, council nominee on the Old Harbour Primary Board of Management, I represent Mr. Ramon Fisher, who is unavailable, absent. I happy for this opportunity to greet you today at the 2023 graduation at this School of Excellence. Graduation is a milestone of all levels. For the reason, I feel truly honored to be here at all wonderful occasion, annual graduation ceremony at the Old Harbour Primary School Institute of Excellence. It is great joy I am here today to assure you all graduates that I know you face a rough task throughout your preparation, your primary school year, especially during the pandemic, and with all the preparation for PEP. But I have no doubt the series of scare events you endure during the period has only made you stronger and more resilient for the road ahead. Online learning may have robbed you of many opportunities you would have had socialize, build relationships, and rapport with the teachers of your peers. However, that did not stop you from being amazing student, putting in the necessary.
Haitian migrants been housed in St. Mary as they await processing. The Haitians who recently landed in Portland have been relocated to St. Mary as they await processing by the Passport Immigration and the Citizenship Agency, PICA. The 37 Haitians, including 8 children, were picked up by the authorities after coming ashore at the Boston Beach in Portland. Superintendent Bobbitt Morgan Simpson, head of the St. Mary Police, said several agencies are participating in the treatment and care of the Haitians. "We're doing everything, pulling out all the stops to ensure that they're okay. And this, of course, has to be a collaborative effort with the other agencies in the parish and also the Portland division where they actually landed in, she said. Superintendent Morgan said a decision on the next steps will be taken once the migrants are processed by PICO. The St. Mary Municipal Corporation, Ministry of Health, Police, Red Cross, Ministry of Labor and Social Security and the Salvation Army are coordinating activities. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.